Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 10th of October. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
Gary, I was having a quick look at the calendar a few moments ago.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you, I know, it's genius. If
Brilliant.
we take out this coming weekend
Yep.
and the weekend of the Melbourne Cup weekend, which is traditionally a long holiday and very few auctions will occur, 8 auctions weekends to go, 8 auction weekends to go. And that, of course, if I just have a little bit of a closer look, that's assuming, Gary, that we have a lot of auctions on the 16th and 17th of December. Now, there won't be a lot, but there will be some.
I reckon it's going to go late this year.
Well, we've got an easy weekend there.
Yep.
But if we include that weekend and take out this weekend and the long weekend, 8 to go, that is ridiculous. So viewers, if you're thinking about selling this year, you just cannot muck around anymore. You've just got to press the go button, that green button of go.
Why is it ridiculous?
Well, it's ridiculous.
Well, what's ridiculous about it? I mean, all you're doing, you're looking at a calendar, you see how many weeks are left.
Yeah.
You're just saying that many, that's how many. I mean, you could do that every week of every year.
Well,
Look at the amount of weeks left, say it's ridiculous. But what's ridiculous about it?
In the first week of January, for example, and you said, oh my Lord, there's
only
51 weeks to go before the end of the year.
Well, that would be ridiculous.
You'd be regarded as an idiot.
No, well, why aren't you an idiot now? Because you're talking about...
Because this is, Gary, it's a call to action. It's a call to action.
But it's not ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's nothing ridiculous about
it. The window of opportunity is closing so quickly.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, is it?
Oh, it is?
Really? Is that right? Is that your definition of ridiculous? You know, it's I've got to put up with this. You know, you get 20 minutes of this a week, right? I've got to put up with it all week, okay?
What's
24/7.
Is you spending so much time talking about what's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Now, look, let's just talk a little bit about the real estate market. But I see your point, and I don't think it's a ridiculous point. But I think you need to move. If you want to sell, you've got to get going. And of course, we are already actively listing for 2024, Phil.
That's not ridiculous.
That's not at all ridiculous.
Very sensible.
That's sensible. So we've got a lot going on there. Because a lot of vendors are saying the following. They're saying, look, you can sell now, that's okay. If not, I want to just put my place on the market in the new year, put it on your books, have it set up. But if you can get the right price through this busy spring period, then sell it now. And I think that's a pretty good idea. What do you think?
So February, March, we released new stock really in the second last weekend of January. We released new stock. But we're really hitting our strides by mid-February. February and March are notoriously 2 big months in real estate. And it's ridiculous, really, to think that we're already talking about February or March instead of just focusing on the ridiculous fact that we've only got 8 weekends to go in 2020. What happens in 2023?
It's just a normal conversation. There's nothing ridiculous about it at all. It's nothing normal.
Well, you don't find it ridiculous how quickly this year has gone?
No, I don't find it ridiculous anymore because we're getting older. Life's just passed us by. It's going fast, and that's it. And before you know it, Phil, it'll be the next generation that just takes over, and we'll just be nothing, just dust, gone forever.
And you will be just
just a memory.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, Gary.
It's getting quite morbid now, isn't it, Phil? It started off so positively. That's ridiculous.
How quickly we can flip.
That is ridiculous, Phil. So, Phil, what wasn't ridiculous was our weekend, a 77% clearance rate against the industry average of 66. I beg your pardon, I'm over-quoting.
Was the industry, 77 was Gary Peer and Associates.
Towers time,
but not overly boastful music.
No.
Because, 77% is not 85 or 95
or
100%.
It's not bad.
And at 100%, we obviously get out the brass band
and the dancing girls.
People, Gary, not dancing girls, dancing people.
Men and women and whoever else might
Gary.
classify
move
there.
on from your old-fashioned ridiculousness. But a pretty good weekend. And just to put 77% into numbers, we sold 17 out of 22.
I tell you what was interesting, young Philip, and you didn't know this because you weren't at the meeting yesterday, had something on at that time, but of the other ones that didn't sell, I think 3 out of the 5 that didn't sell, there were buyers there. They were active. They were interested. They did make offers that the vendors chose not to accept. So really, only 2 out of the 22, I think it is, didn't really have a buyer there. So it's a sign of a vibrant market.
The master of spin.
Well, statistics.
At least we were able to get to the point of you making your spin, but you told the truth along the way to get there.
Is that what just happened?
Well, that's what happened because it was recorded. Oh, right. So a true spin doctor would not have told the truth. They would have just spun
around.
It. But you've actually given the truth, but spun it at the end.
My father said to me, "You won't make a real estate agent." He said, "You're too honest." He said, there's no place for real estate agents that are honest. And he said, I don't think you can do well as a real estate agent being honest. And maybe he was right. I don't know.
Possibly so. Think about how much.
If I was dishonest, Bill, how much bigger would
much bigger our business would be.
I've held us back.
If you were a filthy, dirty, rotten scoundrel.
I know. God, is it time to apologise to you for not being the dishonest partner that you should have had and truly deserved? I'm really sorry about that. Sorry, Dad. Just doing the best I can. Let's just move through some of the auctions that we had, Phil. But before that, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
That sellers ask. How much is too much to spend on my improvement of my home? Like, you'll go into a house and someone will go, should I change the kitchen? Do I have to put in a new bathroom?
In terms of
a seller.
Preparing their house for
sale. How much is too much to spend on my renovation, Phil? And I remember some years ago going to a home in Ludbrook Avenue, and they'd done 90% of this house, but they had a bathroom upstairs, which was the old bathroom. And I said, you've renovated 90%. You've just got this one thing left, and then someone can get the complete home. And I encouraged them at the time to go and renovate the bathroom, and they did do that, and they got the. But generally speaking, how much is too much? Where is the benchmark? Where's the barometer? Where is the limit on how much one should spend on improving their home for the sale?
Well, remarkably, Gary, what you've asked me is a very good question, and I say remarkably because it's a question you've asked that's very good. So I will try.
Is that ridiculous?
I will give you the answer as best I can.
Please do.
So as a generalisation, presentation is critically important. But presentation can go a long way without actually spending serious money on renovation. So for example, just the absolute decluttering of a house goes a long way. Higher furniture is probably the single thing that takes a property to its best without having to spend, again, big money on renovations. A coat of paint goes a huge amount of distance, as does cleaning up the garden. So when we get to the expensive items, though, of renovating a kitchen or renovating bathrooms, you've really got to look at that in the context of the entire sale.
The value of the home?
The value of the home, because ultimately if the property's value is 1.5 million, for example, trouble is once you start on a kitchen and bathroom, you can drop $100,000 really easily. Therefore, as a percentage of the sale price, that's probably 8%, it's probably disproportionate. If you've got a $3 million house, and if we use the Ludbrook example where there's really just one thing that's outstanding, then it's worthwhile doing. But coming back to answer your question on balance, I would say in orders of priority, decluttering, higher furniture, coat of paint, attention to the garden. Those are probably the four most important things to do before we start renovating. The fifth thing, I suppose, would be doing all of the general maintenance that is required so that somebody has a seamless experience. So, for example, if they're about to go out the back door and it's jammed because you haven't
what if you want to keep the buyers inside?
Oh, good point, Gary. Always you're able to spin things in a way that I don't think the consumer really appreciates. But I think that answers your question.
Okay, so the number 4. So these are the top 4 considerations.
I said 5,
when selling.
Gary.
No, well, you said, let's just go back through them, Philip. You said that number 1, decluttering. Number 2,
number 2 was higher furniture.
No, styling or higher furniture. Number 3, painting. Number 4,
garden.
And number 5?
Number 5, general maintenance.
Okay, there you've got it.
There they are up on screen. If you'd like to have a more in-depth discussion about that, by all means, give me a call. It's a subject that is very near and dear to my heart.
And the good news is, no charge for that advice. It's free. But if you want to get it right, you should make sure that you call him or me, and we'll get over there and make sure you get exactly right what needs to be done. Because some people feel they do prepare their homes and they go, have a look at, we've done this. Do you remember there was a house? You might remember this. You remember? You know what I'm going to say.
Another one you're talking about.
The street is Vernonbury Street. There was
Bentley.
Vernonbury Street in Bentley, Philip, and the vendor had much delight in inviting us over. This is going to go in our book. We've got to have a book of funny real estate stories. And this fellow, this delightful European, excitable chap, called us over and said, come to our house. And he said, have a look at this. And he opened the back door, and what was there? Nothing. He said, I get rid of all the trees. Every tree gone. All trees finished. Now, this wasn't a development site. This was a home. So it didn't wasn't better off without the trees. But he was so proud about having no trees there.
Correct,
and he thought that was his prized garden,
So we
a treeless garden.
Nuclear wasteland.
That's right. Suffice to say, it wasn't always received that popularly, Phil.
Anyway, call us before you do anything significant. I think that's the message.
And
Gary,
maybe keep the trees.
Let's talk about some of the sales from the weekend,
Righto.
please.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to start off with Hopetoun Street because you sold it. Look, if you go onto Real Estate View, Phil, on the website, and you look at Elstonwick and you see the sale results for the week, you'll see 5 of them there. They just all happen to have one common theme. They're all sold by us. So we love it in Elstonwick, Philip. We do well there. And 18 Hopetoun Street. Tell us a bit about that evening auction.
Gary, wonderful result there.
Price undisclosed.
A really good home. It had a 3-street frontage. It was a sort of English-style home with a really good floor plan.
Did you do it in an English accent or Cockney accent?
I did, Gary.
You said, blimey, that's a bit over there.
With my wonderful accents that I'm able to produce.
But they're not so good, your accents. Not that great.
That was sold to a middle-aged gentleman that for him it was very much his dream home. So
isn't that great?
Lovely result, lovely sellers, lovely buyers.
Now, Phil, we're not known as being experts in Balwyn. But we are known as being experts in auctioning properties and knowing how to do it well. So, have gavel will travel, as I like to say, Phil. And off you went on Saturday morning. You took a little packed lunch, didn't you, Phil? You got your passport in order. And off you went to Balwyn, to Head Street in Balwyn. Tell us about your experience there.
Shout out firstly to the vendors of that home, who are the most delightful couple.
Yep.
We've done work for them in the past. They could not be nicer people. It was a great result for them. We had 2 people bidding for that at the auction, Gary. But Head Street Ball, what a great location around there.
It's a great spot.
So much happening. Schools, shops, transport. No wonder it went well.
Phil, it also went well for me and Vanessa McGlynn and John Swippo and the team at number 6 Montgomery Street, Brighton East. I don't know if you know exactly that house, but that house used to belong to the Patkin family.
Okay.
So I did the auction. I got a bit sentimental because I was doing the auction. I thought I used to play
tennis there.
I grew up on the tennis court of where that home was
I played
situated.
tennis there many
You did
times.
indeed.
Yep.
So anyway, it was a very special auction for me in terms of where it was located, but beautiful property and well done. And I met you then, of course, in Wilson Street, Bentley. And by that time, we'd sold in Balaclava, Balwyn, Brighton East and Bentley. And you were upset that we didn't have anything in Boy Morris.
Well, I was, because my day was started in Balwyn, then I went to Bentley, and we'll talk more about the one that I did in Brighton.
That's right.
There's one in Bentley. Jan Dawson was handling that property. What a great job she did for the most delightful clients of hers. And we had, I think, 5 people bidding for that.
We did. We had 4 strong bidders, Phil. The 5th one didn't get a chance.
Put that on the market, sold for well in excess of the
range.
which we put it on the market. But good competition. Goes to show, really, land with good family homes. It's just, it is the best investment. And buy yourself a home with as much land as you can.
While you were there, Jeremy Rosens was in Downshire Road for a red-hot auction there that went way beyond its expected range, Philip, with 5 bidders, probably our most popular auction of the weekend. Not surprised. Great address and a great job done by our agents at number 41 Downshire Road, Elstonwick. Phil, Gerald Street, Murrumbina. That was another little popular sale. Great property. Well done to the team who handled that, and that sold for $763,000 with 3 bidders. I just want to tell people what's hot, Phil. And of course, on Sunday, I had the pleasure of auctioning 301 at 160 Hotham Street. Auctioned out in this fantastic terrace overlooking the city, Phil. What a cool place that was. And only about 10 people at the auction, but we had a bit of fun and passed it in and sold it to the final bidder. And the range there, 750 to 800, which is pretty much where the price was around. Anyway, that's a bit of a wrap of those properties that we sold. Phil, a couple of places that we didn't sell, which I think we will very soon. 106 Kooyong Road's one of those, which is a fabulous house, just priced under 1.5 in Caulfield North. Very, very pretty period home. So that one we expect to sell pretty soon. And another one is 28 Kangaroo Road, Phil, which has not yet sold, but we're pretty close on the reserve there, 1595.
And just to quickly wrap that up, Gary, I just want to talk about the property that you came to the auction that I did in Brighton.
Oh, yes, I missed that. I marked it, but I missed it.
If you could just give us the
4 Huntley Street, Brighton. What a thumping auction that was, Phil.
First of all, it was a thumping auction, sold for well in excess of the top end of the range with 3 or 4 or 5 bidders. It was kind of lost in the momentum there. But viewers, go online and check this house out, because if you want to see the best possible renovation you will ever see, shout out to the vendors there who did the most incredible job. and built by Gracecon Constructions.
Well, they do a good job, don't
and
they?
they do a fantastic job. But if you do want to see the most incredible property, have a look at that one.
If you want to know what's hot, check that out. Hugely competitive auction, and we had a bit of fun there. And well done on your great job as auctioneer for that one, Phil.
Thank you, Gary.
Yes, Philip, let's get into this week's auctions. We can't wait for the weekend because we are auctioning already midweek, Phil. But before we do that, there's a property in Glen Ira Road, a very special home on the corner of Hellensley, which is, of course, one of the prestige streets of Caulfield North. Tell us about 253A Glen Ira Road.
Beautiful home, this, Gary. Firstly, it sits on 1,045 square metres of north-facing land. So land is the store of all wealth. This is the most beautiful Art Deco home that has been beautifully renovated from the front fence to the back fence and everything in between. It is 4 bedrooms and a study, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage. Period features but luxury modern amenities, north-facing courtyard, deck, garden area, capped off with a beautiful swimming pool. That house, Gary, is stunning.
One with a lot, Phil, and it's coming up in a few weeks' time, so make sure you call Darren Crongold and the team to get through that because that is a stunning home. Phil, we are going to be kicking off with a magnificent townhouse. This time we are in Louise Street in Brighton East, a great location. How good is this?
Gary,
4-bedroom, 3-bathroom parking?
A brand new special. Congratulations to the vendors who have put their heart and soul into building this property. What a beautiful home and what a great way to live in something brand new and fabulous.
We are all over the place, Philip, this weekend. We are starting off with some auction action right in the morning. On Saturday morning, we've got, I think, 3 or 4 auctions. Beaconsfield Parade, we love that address, Philip, and Simon Rodolnik has the auction honours for this terrific property.
Stunning property, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. That is as good as it gets, and who doesn't love Beaconsfield Parade?
You're going to kick off, Philip, at 10:30 in Glen Huntly Road, Elsternwick, and we are the Elsternwick specialists. This is 105 at 495 Glen Huntly Road, Elsternwick. Tell us about this great property.
We love this building. It's on the corner of Yorston Street, and it's known as the Yorston, a brand new building. We've sold just about everything in the building, only a couple left here. That is a stunning property. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 security car spaces in the basement.
I kick off in from Bentley East at 10:30am. I'm going to be in Bignell Road, a terrific address there, very, very close to the Farmers Market, which is on the 4th week of every month, the Bentley Farmers Market.
And
Philip,
don't you just love a farmer's market, Gary? Bignell Road is a great address, and that is a wonderful property. We move on to home number 1 at 16 King Street.
We've talked about this before.
It is a great property. This is in just such good condition throughout, but it's just waiting for the next buyer to come in and live for another generation like the previous occupants did. But that's a great position and a really good home.
And I've kept myself free to come and join you with that auction, Phil, because I'm excited about that property. So another Elsternwick sale and a great one at that. 151 Sycamore Street in Caulfield South. Tell us about this fine home.
Well, Gary, we love that address and we love this home. Everything to love there. It's just a wonderful property. And Glenn Bricker and Mark Kermickham have had the honours of taking that one to the market, but just stunning.
3 bedroom, 2 bathrooms and 2 parking spaces there, Phil. We kick into 11:30, which we are already well and truly settled into. We're going to be in Grange Road, 3 at 20 Grange Road, Carnegie Leor Samuel auctions.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That is a really good home.
We've got no less than 5 auctions at 12:30. A busy time slot, Phil. The coffee van's going to be zig-zagging around between auctions, and we're looking forward to being in Oakley Road, where you're going to be the auctioneer this time, 2 at 93 Oakley Road.
Gary, that's great real estate, great location there. Single-storey villa. That's got everything that you need, and a really good starting price range there of 7 to 770. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Caulfield South is where Jeremy Rosen's going to kick off his second auction for the day, this time at 17 at Russell Street, a great address handled by Lamore and Nicky.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking there, Gary. Russell Street's a great location. You've got everything. You've got cafes, you've got access to the tram in Hawthorne Road, and you've got the wonderful Princess Park.
Phil, we've got 2 properties that are going to be sold together in Poth Road. I've got the auction honours at 12:30pm and I'm looking forward to it.
As you should be, Gary. That's a great opportunity to get into the marketplace. And Poth Road and Hughesdale is just such good real estate.
As is Neeram Road, Philip. We sell plenty along there. We're in Carnegie and the hood of the Samuel brothers, and they are going to be there at number 5 at 316 Neeram Road.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space.
Phil, 5 auctions at 1:30, another busy time slot. It's all happening this Saturday. 3 Armand Street is being sold by Leo Samuel.
Gary, what a great address. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking. That is a great property, and we love Almond Street, all those streets that radiate between Hawthorn Road and Booran and Bamborough Road. We love it.
Another terrific looking property in Duke Street. We've just sold something there, Phil, but not this one. This one goes to auction at 1:30 p.m. and Jeremy Rosens is the auctioneer.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space in Duke Street. Bit of a hidden location there. If you don't know about it, you might never know, but it's a great location.
A secret spot, that one, Phil. Let's move on to Murray Street, right in the heart of Caulfield, a great location, and Glenn Bricker has been handling this one.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, Murray Street. What a great address, because you've got Glen Huntley Road and Hawthorn Road on your doorstep.
I think you'll be a busy fellow in Lucas Street, Phil. There's been a lot of people coming to see that home, and I'm not surprised. It's a great looking property. It is number 35 Lucas, and it goes up at 1:30 on Saturday afternoon.
Stunning property, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking. That is a fabulous address and a beautiful home.
I won't be the only auctioneer in Poth Road this Saturday, Philip. David Thompson auctions 4 at 59 Poth Road, and that's at 1:30 p.m.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 2 car spaces. Gee, we're busy in Poth, aren't we?
We sure are, Phil. 2:30, we're busy as well. We've got a number of auctions happening, 3 of them, in fact, 47, moment of dyslexia there, 47 Parkmore Road in Bentley East, handled by Leo Barr. You are the auctioneer for it.
Can't wait. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 3 cars. That's great real estate, and Parkmore Road is a great address.
28 Fulton Street, Phil, that's a ripper. That goes up at 2:30 p.m, quite an affordable 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, Gary. Fulton Street is a great address. Walking distance to Dandenong Road, Westbury Street, Chapel Street, High Street. Great location.
Thaxted Road, Philip.
Yes, I don't think it's Thaxted, it's Thaxted Road, Murrumbina,
2
Gary.
at 20, Thaxted Road, Murrumbina.
Thank you for that.
Jack Slater is the agent, and Leo auctions that.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 2 car spaces.
A busy Saturday at 3:30. Glenn Bricker moves on to Etna Street, which we know is a great address, Philip, right near the whole buzz of that Glen Huntley. Yeah, and since the train's gone underground, Phil, it's all happening around there. 110 at 16 Etna Street, Glen Huntley.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, and no, Gary, the train hasn't gone underneath the ground. It's just that they've got rid of the overpass. So you can now drive straight across Glen Huntley Road.
So you can go over the underpass, and the train can go under the overpass.
No, the train goes under the
overpass,
but it's not underground.
The roads go over the underpass.
Under a bit of the ground.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks for clearing that up. 4 at 32 Woonat Road, Carnegie, Phil. I was having fun with that whole theory. Anyway, Christian DeFrace is selling that property, Philip, and that's going up at 3:30 p.m.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 2 car spaces.
Back in Elsternwick we go again, Phil. We're loving it and enjoying the Elsternwick buzz. This time we're back Glen Huntley Road, 104 at 242. Glen Huntley Road, Elsternwick goes up at 3:30 with Jeremy Rosens as the auctioneer.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 2 car spaces.
And that was a very, very busy Saturday, Philip.
Cool,
and the week after, Saturday after, is going to be Caulfield Cup Day for those that are interested.
There you go.
Haven't got a runner though, Phil, sadly. Anyway, let's move on to Sunday. We've got a busy Sunday. We've got triple auction action at 10:30 a.m. We're kicking off early, Philip. 1 at 30 Goulet Street is Jeremy Rosens' first auction.
Don't we love Goulet Street? We love that whole part of Balaclava. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces. That's just a really good opportunity.
Jervois Street in St Kilda East. Jervois or Jervois? You choose.
Jervois, Gary.
Jervois. And I know that Mark Wynn and Aviv Samuel have been enjoying handling that property. Leo Samuel auctions at 10:30.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces.
Phil, you're going to kick off on Sunday morning in Inkerman Road. This has been popular too, I understand. This is number 671. Inkerman Road, Caulfield North, and I'm not surprised it's been popular.
Incredible renovation. This is the house with everything. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 car spaces, and walking distance to Caulfield Park and the tram in Hawthorn Road.
You're kicking off, Philip, at 11:30. You're going to be in Hawthorn Road, 2 at 84 Hawthorn Road, meeting Sally Zellman.
You want to see the most incredible renovation, Gary?
I do.
This is a beautiful townhouse that was already good before this owner bought it. She gave it a complete overhaul from the front door to the back fence and everything in between. And she's done the most remarkable job. I don't think I've seen a better renovation.
Philip, we're going to be in Ashgrove, and I'm the auctioneer there for Mark Kirkham. I love this block and I love this apartment. I'm looking forward to doing it at 11:30 a.m.
Hard to find a 3-bedroom apartment, Gary, but you found it there. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
And very affordable in that range. Phil, Cambias Grove is, of course, Cambias Grove's known as one of the best streets in Caulfield North. In that Golden Mile, you get to auction that, Philip, at 12:30.
Gary, it's on the north side, a beautiful Art Deco home with all original features, just waiting for somebody to either move in and think about a renovation or do a renovation straight away. But that's a great opportunity because finding a property on the north side is always difficult, and this is magic.
Phil, Glenn Bricker will not be able to be at the auction in Canberra Grove because he's going to be in Celeste Court, another one of those little hidden streets, Philip, but a good position.
Gary, we love Celeste Court, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. What a great entry into the marketplace.
I get to meet with you, Philip, at 1:30 p.m. and I'm looking forward to it in one of my favourite streets where people never sell, so it's a rare opportunity to be able to get into Ontario, this time number 14 Ontario Street. Phil, tell us a little bit about this home.
Gary, we love this property because it's a 1960s stroke 1970s single story solid brick family home in magnificent order throughout. You could move straight in, you could add some value there, complete with swimming pool, large parcel of land. We think that's kind of like the crown jewels of Caulfield real estate.
No question about it, Philip. And we're going to finish off at 3:30 p.m. You're going to have a little hour for lunch after that Ontario Street auction, but at 3:30 you are going to be a busy man at 639 Inkerman Road in Caulfield North. You have the auction honours for that property,
I do,
Phil.
Gary, looking forward to that. I love these apartments because they're really generous in size. They're oversized apartments in comparison to the new ones. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space.
And that's a wrap, Mr. Kingston, for this week's GPTV.
Busy,
Good to
Gary.
see you. It's coming to the busy times.
Yep.
If you're not going to be busy in October as a real estate agent, you're never going to be busy.
When are you going to be busy?
Exactly right. But we look forward to bringing you all of the GPTV news and all of the results, the offerings and the clearance rates and all of the ridiculous stuff that goes on between me and Philip. But it's good to have you here. We look forward to seeing you next week. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.